guys, we are going to do the full review of the TS301 by Sun. I hate the fact that I like this as much as I do because I can't find the version of it that I want. So, but before we get into it, you guys know what time it is. It's time to listen to a little bit of music. So this came in from Jared. I really like it a lot. I honestly do. I was afraid that it was going to have a weird feel in hand, and it really doesn't. I like it a lot more than I thought I would. It is a very attractive knife. I'd have to say this is up there as one of the better knives I've had in the last couple years. It's done in a steel I really like. It's done in a company that is, to quote Nick Shabazz, a company that is just on that verge of being mainstream and reputable and everything like that. So it's another one of those Chinese companies that is coming to the forefront and is one of the trustworthy ones. So let's not make this any longer than it has to be. We're going to have to go through specs. We're going to take a good look at it. I did a lot of cutting with this. I put off doing the review just because I wanted to carry it longer. I'm having the same thing with that TS195 integral. So, yeah, guys, let's take a look at this thing from above. All right, guys, I wanted to real quick take a quick look and point something out. I'm gonna point it out again later. The quality of how this was done is insane. There is literally nothing there. You cannot feel that gap. So just throwing that out there first off. So this knife was a lot of fun to have in. I really enjoyed this knife. I love the blade shape. This one, when I read off the specs, it's going to be a little bit different in the specs than this is. So just know that this knife is in 14C28N. The specs that I found, apparently now they're in D2. So let's go ahead and look at the specs. So you are looking at a 3.66 inch flat ground blade that's done in a drop point or clip point fashion. I think this is more clip point, to tell you the truth, with a blade thickness of 0.118. I already told you this is in 14C. The ones that I found online are currently in D2, but they were unavailable anyway. So let's go ahead and take a look at the blade stock thickness. I apologize, guys. I think I'm starting to get sick. Blade stock thickness on this, they have it listed as 0.118. I'm coming in significantly thicker than 0.118. So, you know, this could be because it's a different steel, different blade stock. Who knows? It's zeroed in. I zeroed it before we started. So 0.1435 on this is what I'm seeing. So, all right, guys. So I verified that is the thickness, 0.14 as opposed to 0.118. I imagine when they changed the steel, they may have changed the blade stock thickness. As you can see, this got carried a lot. So you are looking at a 4.29 inch handle that's done in titanium liner lock with linen micarta and carbon fiber scales. And like I said, that is married up so tightly, so cleanly that you can't even feel the transition at all. There's a little cutout there for this. Overall length on this is 7.8. And so weight, let's get that final spec out of the way. So your weight is 4.8 ounces. Let's go ahead and get the scale. So on my scale in ounces, you are looking at 4 3/4 ounces. So in grams, for those of you that don't do freedom units, let's go ahead and zero that out. In grams, you are looking at 138 grams. Not real heavy. For a big knife, it's actually relatively light. So let's go ahead and take a good look at this knife. Now, I carried this knife a lot. This is probably, of the box of stuff Jared sent me, outside of the Hinderer XM18 3-inch non-flipper, I would say this is probably my second favorite in that box. It's not my second favorite knife of the year, but it's a very good knife. 14C done on this really well. I cut so much cardboard and stuff down with it. You'd be surprised at how well this cut. Nice shape to the blade, nice broad blade, allows it to come down really nice and shallow and thin behind the edge. The action on it is just straight up fall shut. The finish on the blade, you've got like a stone wash, like a really heavy stone wash, and then a burger satin, like a burger grinder satin. External stop pins, internal close position pin right here, so you can see where it closes, but the open stop pin, nothing touches except the external. So thumb studs and stop pins in one. Their pivots on these two Suns are awesome. Pocket clip on this is great. I mentioned it in the first impressions. This pocket clip has just about the perfect amount of tension. I like these. Let's zoom in on it. I like this style pocket clip. Sometimes they're not perfect. This one is just about perfect. You can see I used it enough. There's some spots on the edge that I'm gonna have to touch up before I send it back to Jared. As opposed to being a ceramic ball there, that is a milled titanium. Let me see if I can get it to focus. Focus. You can see the milling lines on that. That's a milled titanium ball on that pocket clip. It is really good in out of the pocket, comfortable pocket clip, single screw point. I did not take this knife apart to see the bearings, but it does run on bearings. You can see them down in there. They're fairly large bearings, so it's easy to wash out. Yeah, carrying this knife was a dream. I really like it. I wish that they still had the model in 14C. So I cut down a lot of cardboard with this. I cut down a lot of stuff. My wife actually used this. I asked her if she was, before she left for Japan, I asked her if she would be willing to take this into the kitchen and see how it performed in the kitchen. She said it did pretty well. She said it was a little bit bulky for her hands, but other than that, it handled kitchen tasks really well. 14C does take a nice edge. And from what I can tell on this, from what I did, it was heat treated really well. So, I mean, there's not much else I can tell you about it. I will tell you that the information I found about this was on White Mountain Knives. White Mountain Knives has this knife listed at $95.99. So it's under $100, just, I mean, barely under $100, but still under $100. And you're getting a super well-made knife. So let's go ahead. That's about all I got to say on it. I need to get this video done so that I quit put it in my pocket, because I really did enjoy carrying this one. I think it's a combination of blade shape and everything together. It just works so well on this. And then, like I said, just the action on that is incredibly good, just incredibly good. You can see here, and I don't know why I'm having problems with the light like that, but it just does a great fall shut action on it. It's amazing. So, all right, guys, let's turn this around, do some final thoughts. So yeah, like I said, guys, great knife. I'm not in the market for a new knife, but if I was, this would probably be one I'd be looking for. I love how well done this is, but still, it's so well done, but still so understated. Like I said, it is attractive and it is awesome, but the fact is that just how it was executed is amazing. I'm really starting to shine to the two Sun company. So guys, that's about it on this one. If you like the videos, give them a thumbs up. If you don't like them, give them a thumbs down. That's, you know, I can still see that, but that's how I judge it. But if you don't like the content, just let me know what you didn't like. I can't change it if I don't know what you didn't like. If you want to support the channel, it's as simple as sharing it with people you think would enjoy the content. But if you do want to support the channel financially, there's a ton of ways down below. I have the memberships down below, early access to videos, giveaways that I do based on tier, and a premium tier sharpening tutorial series that I'm about to start working on this afternoon. If you want to support the channel other ways, I have affiliate links down below. Anything you purchase, once you go through that affiliate link, I get credit for. Amazon pays me, but they don't charge you any extra. The final way is I have the merch store down below. Lots of merch stuff down there, different colors of shirts and stuff. And I have a coupon code for you guys for Ember shirt coat and my CrazySharp store. It's CrazySharp, all one word, capital C, capital S, CrazySharp. Saves you 10% on checkout. Spoke to Justin. He told me that hoodies are coming. So, guys, I love you all. Keep it clean in the comments section. If it's your birthday, happy birthday. And I will see you in the next video.